Hey guys, and welcome back to another Warzone video. I hope you are having a good day. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to improve at Warzone, but specifically we are going to be talking about mindset and how you should approach the game when it comes to making big improvements. Do you ever think, how do the pros actually get that good? Are they just naturally gifted? Or how come I'm not improving? I actually play this game so much. Well, not to worry, today we are going to go over the mindset on how pros approach gaming to help you improve at getting better at Warzone. Disclaimer, of course, in-game mechanics are super important when it comes to playing Warzone, and I do make a lot of videos that cover specific areas and we break everything down, so make sure to go check them out as well. But today, we are going to go a little bit deeper and explore concepts and really understand the difference of how someone can improve at a specific game, yet another person can play a game for hundreds of hours yet see no improvements at all. By the end of the video, you should have a good idea of what mindset you should utilize to make improvements to your game. Get past those skill plateaus, which we all go through, it's really normal, and overall have a better experience when playing Warzone. Subject number 1, fixed mindset versus growth mindset. After researching how esports competitors go about gaming, I noticed the term fixed mindset versus growth mindset being mentioned a lot. So what does this even mean? So pretty much fixed mindset traits are, hey, I'm never going to get better. I'm either good or I'm not. What's the point of improving? Everyone else is too good. I don't want to challenge myself, it's too risky. Compared to growth mindset traits where I can learn anything. How do I get better? What are my weaknesses? What do I need to work on? So there was a study done by Carol Dweck, who was a professor at Stanford University, and she pretty much mentions, in a growth mindset, people believe that the most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talents are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. So you're probably thinking, okay, what does this have to do with gaming? Well, in fact, I think it has a lot to do with gaming. Majority of professional players that compete at a high level are coached to have a growth mindset. Growth mindsets are individuals who believe their talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others. Normally, pros with a growth mindset can really understand what they're not good at, have the self-awareness to notice weaknesses in specific areas and take that feedback and improve further. So when playing Warzone, I definitely recommend having a growth mindset. Always try to think there's always room for improvement and think, how could I have played that scenario better? This will also help with burnout. If you're always thinking, I'm never going to get better, I think it's quite easy to burn out and stop enjoying the game. However, having a growth mindset will give you little goals to achieve and make improvements small or big, and this will definitely help you enjoy the game more. Topic number 2 is student mentality. In my opinion, having a student mentality is one of the most important mindsets to have when trying to improve at Warzone. Being open to different strategies and taking in what works for you is essential. I try to learn and research from everybody and experiment with it and do what works for me. Another key aspect of having student mentality is learning from your mistakes. So after you rage when getting killed in Warzone, yes, I do it as well. Try to think from an outside perspective. Pretend you're an esports coach for a minute and think what you could have done differently. Yes, sometimes it's called timing or you were outplayed, but a lot of scenarios, there is something you could have done differently to change the outcome. Learning from your mistakes and correcting them is a concept that is widely utilized within the esports community and amongst the best players in the world. And it's something you should definitely consider implementing into your own game as well to get better at Warzone. So I'm just going to break down a couple scenarios where I try to learn from my mistakes. In this example, I'm pushing a team ahead of me. It's a little bit hard to hear, but at this point they've called a UAV. I look at my heartbeat sensor and there's someone ahead of me. My first reaction is to check the cubby. At this point, my position is not that bad. I have cover nearby and I'm just peeking. But then I notice a red smoke and I start to freak out because I think the other team is getting the loadout. So what do? I run out in the open, no cover, no exit plan. I'm attacking from the most obvious angle. My line of sight is pretty open. And look at that, the enemy pops out and I'm pretty much dead at this point. And bear in mind, the enemy team also had a UAV, which meant they knew exactly where I was. Looking back, it was a pretty bad play from my end. I should have taken high ground or maybe flanked to the right or just played a better position. And you can hear the frustration in my voice. However, the main thing is having a student mentality and really learning from that experience and try to improve on the next fight. I'm just going to break down another scenario where I'm pushing another team. So let's see if I learn from my previous mistakes. I've taken out a couple enemies, however there's an enemy up ahead near the loadout, so we decide to push.
Is up there, yeah?
290, 290.
Oh, different team, different team.
This is where I'm thinking, hey Andos, let's push from a different angle. Attacking from the most obvious angle is sometimes not the best play as seen in the previous breakdown, so I decide to flank to the left. Notice when I'm moving, I'm kind of slide cancelling, peeking from time to time, and using the environment as cover.
Hold up, yeah, load up. 4 of them. What, 2 teams?
I managed to get it down and one-shot the second guy.
Hey, I'm gonna probably get into the truck and just drive it.
Notice how I'm constantly pushing to the left.
I gotta get my team.
By doing this, the enemy team will feel the pressure and has to adjust to being attacked from multiple angles. So I swing all the way around and notice how the target is looking the other way. So I would consider this a good flank. So I miss my shots a bit here and decide to push up. So I spot 2 enemies looking at me, which is not good. I decide to utilize my exit plan by jumping backwards to keep myself alive. And I managed to isolate the fight to a 1v1 scenario.
Oh, they're all here. All 3 of them.
My team mentioned there are 3 targets, so I retreat, armor up just to increase my chances of survival.
I'm moving back. They're all stuck.
We managed to get the team wipe, but let's break it down even further. So in scenario number 1, I made a lot of mistakes. I had no exit plan, no cover, and I attacked from the most obvious angle, and I was taken out pretty easily. However, I learned from my mistakes, so in scenario number 2, I attacked from a different angle, I used cover when moving from position to position, and I was able to utilize my exit plan when things weren't looking good. As you can see, it's super useful to notice your mistakes, small or big, and learn from them to prepare yourself for the next fight. Really quickly, I just want to give a big thanks to everyone for checking out my videos and showing support. This channel just hit 20,000 subscribers. It's a little bit unreal, to be honest. I will continue to work hard and provide good content, and yeah, just try to help out as much as I can. Remember to like the video if you enjoy the content, sub to the YouTube channel if you are interested. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content, and let's continue with the video. Topic number 3, short-term versus long-term progress. At times, I notice a lot of players really just thinking about the short-term gains and kind of forgetting about the long-term improvements. Well, I used to get really frustrated when I'm not improving at a particular rate. I used to think, why am I not improving straight away? I did what the tips and tricks video told me to do. How come my stats are not increasing? How come the move I learned today isn't working? And to be honest, I used to think about this stuff a lot. But after doing some research to see how esports competitors approach on how to get better, it's mentioned that it's super beneficial to also think more long term when it comes to incremental improvements. The certain belief in yourself is very important. Even if it's not working out right now, it's good to think, hey, in the long run, my skills will definitely improve over time. Players often get frustrated with short-term gains are not noticeable straight away, and this may affect your performance. Keep working on your skills and make adjustments when required, and eventually things will fall into place. I've always believed that hard work really does pay off when you are trying to improve. Remember to remind yourself that long-term progression is also very important. Top esports coaches also mentioned that improvement is something developed over time, practice, and experience. So in the moments where you make a mistake, it's okay, don't stress, just brush it off and keep going. Be in it for the long term and enjoy the process. And that leads to our next topic, enjoy the process. I hear this way too much. I hate this game right now. And I gotta confess, I have said this a few times as well, but despite issues with hackers, skill-based matchmaking being cranked up to the max, I do think Warzone is actually one of the best games in recent times. It has such a steep learning curve, and its competitive nature can produce some of the most euphoric feelings in gaming today. The ups and downs of this game is just something else. My suggestion is just to enjoy the process, guys. Enjoy the road of incremental improvements, small or big. So pretty much just a quick reminder for me, enjoy the game, focus on improvements, adopt a growth mindset. If that sounds like your cup of tea, learn from your mistakes, frag out with your buddies, and enjoy those cool Warzone moments. Well, that is it from me today. Just some final thoughts. I still think mastering in-game mechanics are super important, such as positioning, centering, tracking, movement, etc. I will still continue to make videos covering these areas, and I still strongly believe if you work on your mechanics, you can get an edge over your competition. However, I made this video to really share how the elite players approach the game when it comes to the mental side. So I do hope it's beneficial in some way. I appreciate you guys for watching. That's all from me. I wish you all the best, and as always, good luck on the Warzone, and I will see you guys next time.
Bro, can I get some kills?
one, bro.
No, I agree.
Hey, can I get that loadout?
Oh my god.